Let's make some ooey gooey mozzarella sticks. And if you are a true mozzarella stick lover, you know it's all about that cheese pull. And I'm going to show you exactly how I made these right at home. Now, I have some mozzarella cheese that is already pre-sliced in the fridge, and I wanted to use it. So I decided today we are going to turn these into mozzarella sticks. Now, if you have the block cheese, you can use the block cheese. If you have sliced cheese, you can use sliced cheese. It doesn't matter. Each way they're going to come out perfect every single time. Now I have my sliced cheese already layered on top of each other. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and just turn it to the side. And then I'm going to start to cut my mozzarella into sticks just like this. Now you can decide on the thickness that you like, but this is about the size for me right here. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to cut it at this size. Once I get all my mozzarella cut into sticks just like this, then we're going to go on to putting the breading. Now once you put the breading on it, it is going to appear to be a little bit bigger. Don't worry, that is perfectly fine. This is how it looked. Now, I told you it was already layered and my layers are falling apart, but once we bread it, everything is going to stick together perfectly. First thing I did was go ahead and get my flour, and I'm going to season my flour just a little bit, but not too much because mozzarella or any kind of cheese already has a lot of salt in it, so we're not going to add no salt, but we are going to add some onion powder and some garlic powder because you know you can't have one, you got to have both. Go ahead and sprinkle in a little bit of paprika and mix everything together and make sure that your flour is changing colors. If it hasn't changed colors, then go ahead and add you just a little bit more, and you don't have to worry about it being salty because we're not adding any salt to this. The mozzarella itself is going to bring all the salt we need. Now it's time for us to go ahead and start doing our layers. For the first thing I'm going to do is take my mozzarella stick. I'm going to dip it in the flour. Once I dip it in the flour, then I'm going to go ahead and start to dip it into the egg wash. Once I get my mozzarella stick completely covered in that egg wash, I'm going to go back again and dip it into the flour. Once I get it covered in the flour, we're going to go back again and put that mozzarella stick and let it swim in that egg wash. Once it has swimmed in that egg wash for the second time, I'm going to go ahead and remove my flour, and then I'm going to add my breadcrumbs, and then we're going to go ahead and dip it inside of those breadcrumbs and make sure that we get breadcrumbs all over our mozzarella sticks. We want to get it on the top, the bottom, the side. You want it completely covered. Now, for my breadcrumbs, I did not add any seasoning to it. I did not use seasoned breadcrumbs. I used regular, unseasoned, plain panko breadcrumbs. After I get my mozzarella sticks covered inside of the panko breadcrumbs, I'm going to go ahead and put it to the side, and then I'm going to continue until I have all my mozzarella sticks. Once all my mozzarella sticks are done, I did go ahead and put it onto a baking tray, and we are going to put these in the freezer for about 1 hour. After they are frozen for 1 hour, we're going to go ahead and take them out. Get you a pan, put your oil in there, and heat up your oil. Now, I could have waited a few more minutes and let my oil get a little bit hotter, but we already gone this far, so we're going to keep on going with it. After I got my oil to temperature, I did add my mozzarella sticks in there, and it's only going to take about 3 to 4 minutes on each side if your oil is nice and hot. Added those in there, let those cook for about 3 minutes, let those get golden brown, nice and crispy. Once they got golden brown, nice and crispy, it was time for me to go ahead and give them a flip and let the other side get golden brown and nice and crispy. Now that our mozzarella sticks are almost done, if you like, you can go ahead and make you a little bit of marinara sauce, or you can get you some right out of the jar. I'm just going to be using what I have in the jar just because it's a little bit easier, and it's just going to make the process go a little bit easier. After I get all my mozzarella sticks nice and crispy, golden brown on both sides, I'm going to remove it, put it on the baking tray, let any excess oil drip, and once it dripped, it was time for me to go ahead and plate, and this is how it looks. Sprinkle a little bit of parsley on top, and now we're going to go ahead and listen for that crunch. Now, the mozzarella sticks is supposed to sound just like that. And now here comes the part everybody's been waiting for, that cheese pull. If you do not get a cheese pull like this, I don't know, friend, you must have did something wrong. But that cheese pull is everything right now.